if I stream in portrait, is it easier to read the comments? Nobody's watching this. No, I'll just sit here for a minute and I'll see if I get some people on. Look at all the little fuzzies on my hat. I'm gonna have to like take a lighter to it or something. I don't know. I'll go to their web page and see what they say. Nobody's here. Let's just set the phone down for a minute then, huh? Give you a view of my ceiling and my cats. Oh look, somebody just, yeah. Okay, now I'm not talking to myself anymore. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just like, it's so weird. I've been so used to socializing every night. There's like so many other people here, and every night I feel like I got a piece of hair stuck to my mustache. Every night, there's a fire and everybody's kicking it. And tonight, maybe everybody's at the range. I should have gone over to the range, but I'm just not feeling it. I don't know. So I just decided I'd sit home and have a beer by myself. Well, me and the kitties, and that's Polly and Anna. Yes, I know. Pollyanna. I don't. Polly had her name first, and then I just needed something that would go with it. So I thought, oh, Pollyanna. Okay. Anyways, I don't know how Polly got her name. I just knew she was a Polly. They're more interested in the video than I am tonight. So a lot of the camp left. We've lost like I don't know how many members. They just moved on. It was time to go. Thanks. Which is kind of weird because now it's like all quiet. And a couple other people moved on to different parts of the camp, and it's just kind of like broken down and dispersed. And yeah, it's kind of sad, but that's okay because I was getting ready to move on soon anyway. It kind of helps it when other people are moving on. It's just like that's the vibe now. It's like time to. I don't know. I could probably stay here another month if I didn't have other reasons to move on out. I could see myself staying here another month, but it's going to get hot soon. We're going to be mid-80s by later this week. And, I got friends leaving and dropping out every day, going different places. And so it's time. I'm not leaving tonight or like tomorrow, but maybe tomorrow. Probably not tomorrow. Probably the day after, but maybe not the day after that. If there's a phone sitting somewhere, you know darn well the cat's going to step on it. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm talking kind of quietly. I don't know why. It's only like 11 o'clock at night, but it's so quiet in camp tonight. It's like eerie. It's just dead. I've heard a couple voices tonight, and it's just, like I said, maybe everybody's at the range. I'll find out soon. That usually shuts down around midnight or so. Am I bored? A little bit, yeah. Not really. I mean, I'm never bored. I could walk over to the range right. They play live there every Saturday, and that's probably where everybody else. Things are good. Things are good. Um, yeah, I'm getting ready to go to a hot spring place for a few days, and then probably out to Ridgecrest to the Gold Camp. Probably be there all of March, and then maybe get into Bakersfield like the end of March or start of April before going back to Isabella for a little while, and then I've got to take off in May and go back to Arizona. I'm going to be putting a lot of miles on this thing. I got to redo the brakes when I get back to Bakersfield or maybe even out in Ridgecrest. I'm going to see how they hold out. Probably going to I don't know, at least, probably going to redo the brakes all the way around. Probably redo everything except the metal lines. Everything from the master cylinder to the pads. I might even have the drums, the hubs resurfaced or smoothed out or whatever they call it. Beebs, my weird kitty, has decided to come down today. I guess he's getting starved for attention. You guys are going to Virginia? When? Why? Virginia could be cool, I guess. It's really hard to find free camping anywhere east of the Mississippi. even a few places slightly west. The West Coast is where all the good free camping spots are. There are places to camp as you get east, but the free ones are fewer and further in between. There are some cheap places to camp, though. And truck stops, if you can get used to truck stops. I actually like the sound of a truck engine. I just lost 2 viewers at once. I actually like the sound of a truck engine. It helps me sleep. It's like white noise. Oh, tickets to fly out. Okay, cool. Fly out or train? Probably fly. Fly's a lot quicker. Train's fun, though. So yeah, I had like a list of things I was going to talk about when I started this live video, and I don't remember any of them right now. I should like make myself a little cheat sheet. If I'm going to do a live video, have like a piece of paper with all the things I want to say written down and then remember to say them. Now it's like really quiet. Now I don't even hear the music from the range off in the distance. I see all the comments a little later, so if you see me going like this, I'm reading the comments. Yeah, I don't know. I've had fun here, but it's just really weird today. Everything changed. A lot of people left, and the whole vibe is just different. But like I said, that's cool because I needed to leave soon anyway, and that just kind of makes it a little bit easier. I'm already looking forward to next winter, though. Next winter, I'm going to get back to Quartzsite or Parker probably in like October, and maybe spend the whole winter in Arizona. I remember one of the things I was going to talk about. I think I'm going to maybe try to start my own event in the summer, either Lake Isabella or Mammoth Lakes or maybe some other place. But it's got to be if it's Lake Isabella, it's got to be like early summer or really late summer, early fall, because you want to be there in the middle of summer. But Mammoth, you can be in the middle of summer. It's pretty nice up there. Well, I guess I'm going to end this video because I don't remember what I was talking about anyway, and the dog's distracting me, and it's getting really hot in here. Yeah, I know, even it was freezing last night, but it's kind of hot in here tonight, and I need to turn my fan back on, and it's like really noisy, and so, hello. Well, let's just see. Let's turn the fan on. If it gets real bad, tell me if it sounds horrible, and I'll just end the video. I'll probably end it anyway soon. I don't know. Oh yeah, the title. I called this video the Stinkin Drinkin video because, well, I'm drinking, of course. And I've been here at Slab City where I have gotten. There's a program where I'm able to get showers, hot showers, and that's been cool. But I'm running out of laundry. I gotta go. That's the main reason that I need to get the hell down the road, because I need to do laundry. I also need to get supplies. I'm running out of a lot of things. The next place I'm going is like a hot spring resort place. They have dry camping, which makes it cheaper. Normally I wouldn't pay to stay someplace like that, but it's not too bad. And I guess they have a little general store there. There's also like a little shopping, you can't quite call it a grocery store, but it's more than a liquor store here in town. And they might have things I need, like I need some new laundry soap and cat litter and just BS like that. So hopefully they'll have that there. Somebody told me when they were staying there, they have on Monday nights all you can eat tacos. So I can get into that. And then I don't know, I'm kind of anxious to just forward, backward, inside out, and backwards. Every shirt has 4 uses. Yeah, I've been there. This shirt here is like probably at least 10 years old. I've had this thing, this hoodie. And can you see how the material's like all just falling apart on the seams? Sorry about what? This cat doesn't like the other cats. He likes me, but he doesn't like the other cats. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm going to go do some gold prospecting in the next couple months. I'm looking forward to that. And I really, really, really want to see the beach this year, but my plans right now. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm some of, not all my clothes, but some of them I've worn multiple days. Clean my hat too. It's getting a little ready. I lost 3 viewers. Apparently, talking about laundry is not a hot YouTube topic. Hashtag laundry. Hashtag nomad laundry. Hashtag wearing clothes multiple days. Stinkin' drinking video. I told you. No, a couple things I've worn for a couple days. Not like it's not that bad. I've actually still got some clean clothes in here, but it's stuff that it's a little too small, or I save it for special occasions and I don't want to wear it. So I'm leaving real soon. I'll make it like this. I just pulled it out. I didn't want to wear it because it was so old. The fabric is faded away there. I don't know if you can see. But I'm like, you know what? It's clean and I'm cold and I don't want to wear the other hoodie for another day, so I broke this one out. I could probably stay here at least another week without going anywhere, just with the clean clothes I have now and the supplies I have now. But it's the stuff I want to wear, it's all dirty. The foods I want to eat, they're all gone. Now I'm down to not what I want, but what I have to, and that works. But I'd rather be wearing what I want and eating what I want than wearing what I have to and eating what I have to. Where am I? I'm in Slab City still. If you guys don't know what or where Slab City is a community in Southern California in the desert. A lot of people come here in the winter. Am I eating SpaghettiOs? No, but it's not much better. I'm eating Doritos and bean dip and canned foods and... No, Slab City in California. It's like an abandoned military base. Nobody wants the land. So in the wintertime, maybe 1,000 people stay here. In the summer, maybe a couple dozen, because it gets 120. But in the wintertime, temperature's nice. In the wintertime, it's normally it's been a little chillier than normal, but usually it's 40 at night and 70 in the day, or even hotter. It can be even hotter. And they call it the land with no laws. Police do come through here, as we learned today. Yes, that's the Slab City, the one on there's a Vice video about it. Hi, Hollis. 150 to 200. I don't know about that hot, but it'll sure feel like that. I think maybe you meant 115 to 120? Or are you talking Celsius? I don't know. Maybe Celsius. I don't know. Yeah, either way, it's damn hot here. Hotter than... you have to be a little crazy or really tough to want to stay in that kind of weather during the summer. Oh, 150 to 200 people. Yeah, okay, that sounds about right. Yeah, it gets real hot here in the summer. Cat's trying to walk over my phone again. I don't normally drink. I've only been drinking since I've been on this trip, and I started out drinking Corona, and now I'm drinking Natural Light. Yes, 17 people died here last year. Slab City's a very unique place. And it's so weird, though, with all these people gone. It's we've had such a huge party here, every day for the last month. I've been here a month Friday. And a lot of people left today because they got to their 1 month point today. Probably just a couple more days. Maybe a week at most. Probably less. Probably just a couple days. I'm kind of playing it by ear right now, but I know I'm leaving pretty soon. Especially now that other people are leaving and the whole vibe's changed. It's um, next place I'm going to go is a hot spring, a pay to stay hot spring. Something I don't normally do, but they have a dog wash there, and my dogs are ready for a wash. They have a car wash there. They have like a restaurant and a bar, and they have Roman mineral hot spring tubs and saltwater tubs and whirlpool tubs, and it's not too bad. It's like $25 a day for dry camping, and I'm set up for dry camping anyway. I've got my solar. Yeah. And if I decide to stay a whole week, they'll give me a special rate. That's what I'm not sure about. And I'm going to do that for just a few days. Then I'm going to start heading north. And then I'm a member of this gold prospecting club. And they have a camp back towards home that's having an outing later this coming month. What are we in now? February, March? In March, they're having an outing. That's where a whole bunch of people show up at the camp, and the tractor does all the actual digging for us, so we don't have to do much digging. Have I ever shown you guys my gold? Let me set this down for a second. The tractor does most of the digging, and probably dry washers, which is similar to a wash plant, but it uses air instead of water. Yeah, and so it could be anywhere from 20 to 150 people show up, and we all take turns digging, and everybody gets to keep a little bit of the gold. And it's just a fun time. Well, it's kind of like here, or kind of like Party R, just an excuse for nomads to gather. And they're not all nomads. No, I know I don't have to, but I want to. I don't have like a ton of gold or nothing. I just like showing it to people. And the other day I showed it. There was a photographer guy who came out here, and I showed it to him. So that's not going to work, is it? I showed it to him, and I dumped the water out of one of these vials. Cody's Lab. I don't know. Is that from like a cartoon or something? Can you hear it? It doesn't want to focus. I don't know how much it weighs altogether. Oh, a science YouTuber. Huh, I'll have to check into that. This is the vial I need to fill back up. Oh, he does mining videos. Nice. I watch a few YouTubing gold miners. Have you heard of Jeff Williams? He's a character. He's pretty funny, but he's also real serious and real science based. It was weird. Jeff Williams, he has like a stick, like a character, and like a skeleton that hangs out with him, and his catchphrase is "Come on, let's go." But anyways, he's a geologist, like a geology, maybe a professor or something. I don't know. Somehow he's a respected geologist. And one day I'm in the other room cleaning, and I've got my TV on. I'm watching Ancient Aliens, or not really watching it, but listening to it. And I hear somebody on there, and I'm like, that sounds like Jeff Williams. And I go in there, and sure enough, there's Jeff on Ancient Aliens. And these are my medium-sized little pieces of gold. Little collection. I'm not getting rich, but I've spent more on equipment than I've found. But it's just something to do, just another hobby, another reason to be outdoors. You know, I fish, but I usually throw the fish back, or if I can't give them to somebody. But I've never thrown any gold back. Yeah, probably at least $50. I'm thinking at today's gold prices, probably maybe even 100. I'll show you something else that's worth a little more. I also have a metal detector, and so I do some metal detecting. I've found more gold there than I have. Whoa, I dropped it. This is a half ounce, 22 karat with a platinum. diamond inset, but it won't fit my fingers, and I don't want to just sell it for scrap because it's still a nice ring. I'll do something with it someday. If nothing else, it's kind of like a emergency fund. I know I could sell it in a pinch if something really weird happened and I needed some money fast. I could always like put it on eBay or something, and probably it's worth. Just wait. I know a place that'll give me 95% of melt value. So if it's a half ounce at 22 karat, it's about $600. And I think it's worth more than that because it appears to be very old, and it's also got the diamond and the platinum. What else can I talk about? Yeah, now I have thought about doing that. Ideally, the filler would have to be gold, and that would cost a little bit, but I've thought about that. I've thought about having that sized just so that I can wear it because I really like it. It's a nice ring. I don't know if it was. It's cloudy and so there's no moon out. But otherwise, I would consider going for a walk somewhere. But I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna go do some gold prospecting next. That's my next destination, and then I'm gonna go home for a little while. I have 5 cats, 2 dogs. Yes, I know I'm a crazy cat person, and it's a lot of work. But yeah. And I had 3 dogs. My old dog died recently, so now I'm down to 2. Yeah, I started with 1 dog and 1 cat when I first started traveling. No, 1 dog and 2 cats when I first started doing this in my Volkswagen van. And then I got a bigger place, and then I had 3 and 3, and that was like my limit. But then I kind of had to take Polly and Anna. I raised them when I was pet sitting for somebody else. And when they got back, they had gotten married, and their new husbands like, you got to get rid of the cats. I'm allergic. And I had raised them pet sitting for this friend. Raised the kittens since. How long have I been streaming today? Or you mean streaming in general? I did my first live stream last month, and I've been doing more of them lately. Tonight, 22 minutes. Last night I went for an hour just standing by the fire. I don't know. I thought tonight I'd do one inside where I can actually sit here and see the comments. I've been doing YouTube in general for a few years now, but streaming, I only did my first live stream at the RTR last month. And it was weird. I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do a live stream. And I pulled out my phone, and a guy that I had just met, who I consider a friend now, pretty cool guy actually, Paul Barger. Check his YouTube channel out if you're curious. He's got a good YouTube. He does a lot of live streams. I didn't know it was him. I'm doing my live stream, and some guy comes and sits in front of me and sets up a tripod and starts talking to his tripod. I look over there and I'm like, who is that? He goes, oh, it's me, Paul. And I'm like, oh, hey. He says, yeah, I'm doing a live right now. And I'm like, yeah, so am I. So we did a live collab over at the RTR Partr. That was kind of fun. I missed the last comment. I was talking, scratching my neck. Really? Come here. This is Anna. She's kind of crazy. She's a good kitty. I think she's part Siamese because she's a little feisty. Everyone keeps blocking everyone's messages but mine, like I can't see others. Huh, I don't know. I'm still learning how this whole YouTube comment thing works. I thought I would be able to see. I did some live streams later, and I thought, well, I'll just read the comments afterwards. And then I go back afterwards, and like, I guess I can't, unless, maybe it's because I'm doing it on my phone. Maybe if I was on a laptop, I'd be able to see the comments that were posted live. But on my phone, I can only see. I am in a 1971 Dodge Pace Arrow, 19 foot. It's in a lot of my other videos. It's an old one, but that's how I like it. Easy to work on. They're built well. Being old means I do have to replace a lot of things, but all in all, I've been pretty lucky. My brakes are the next big job. My fan's actually pretty quiet tonight. Usually it's a little wobbly and squeaky, but and the ice cream man, we missed the ice cream man today. He comes to the slabs once a week, and today he like skipped over us, and it was a bummer because everybody was like, "Oh, here comes the ice cream man." Yes, a bunch of grown-ass adults getting excited about an ice cream man. I keep telling the ice cream man, you need to sell firewood and beer, you'll be rich. You can see the comments posted as they're posted in real time. Oh, gotcha. You have to watch the video. You can't just go, okay. Yeah, I'm just looking at the comments section without actually watching it afterwards. I wonder what time it is. I bet it's about midnight. It seems like, I don't know if the music quit or if I just can't hear it because I shut my window and turned on the fan. Three o'clock Eastern, so it's midnight here. That makes sense. They usually shut the range down right about midnight. So, if we're going to end up having a fire here in camp, it'll probably happen soon. But I don't think it's going to tonight. It's just weirdly quiet. But that's okay. I got my beer. I got my phone. And, I want to go to Vegas, too. I need to go to Flagstaff in May. Overland Expo. I'm pretty sure, 99% sure, I'm going to Overland Expo. Weather, it's been a little chillier than it normally is. We got down into the 30s last night, Fahrenheit. I'm not sure what that is, Celsius. I'm pretty sure 32 Fahrenheit is 0 Celsius, so we were slightly above 0 in Celsius, I guess. And then it's been kind of warm in the daytime, but we're going to get hot quick. We're going to get up to 84. Comments are fixed. Okay, cool. We're going to get up to 84. Yeah, the weather in California has been nuts. It's been cold and hot and cold and hot. At first I was like, I don't want to go back north because it's going to be colder there. But now they're talking about it warming up again, so I'm prepared for wherever I go. I got warm clothes. I got cold. I got clothes for cold weather, clothes for warm weather, air conditioner for hot weather, Mr. Buddy heater for cold weather. So I'm prepared for anything. But I'd rather be comfortable and not have to use any of that stuff. That's half the reason people live in motorhomes and travel, so that we can follow the weather and go where it's nice. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, like I said, we've gone from hot to cold. Last night, I was freezing at this time of night. Yeah, especially the dogs. They're both German Shorthair Pointers, so they really, really like to be underneath the covers, and they have a higher body temperature, so they keep me pretty warm. Sierra, come be on the video. What happened? Did I wake you up? I'm so mean, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I know the Celsius is supposed to be the superior. Fahrenheit's kind of weird. She just woke up. I woke her up. I'm so mean. Okay, go lay back down. She's been having a great time here, even better than me. Our group, we have taken over a block in Slab City and dubbed it Spaceport 42. And at the busiest time, I never did do an actual head count, but I'm going to say we had probably probably about 40 people here, at least. It was pretty darn busy. and almost everybody has a dog. And so it's been so weird. We've all just been like outside. All the dogs are getting along. There's even a couple people that have cats that go outside and eat. Everybody's been getting along. It's really weird. And it's done her a lot of good to like socialize with all these other critters. Metric in general is easier to use. Yeah. Standard easier to imagine and visualize. That makes sense. No, I still got what you're saying. Um, yeah, so she's really had a great time playing with all the other dogs and fighting with all the other dogs. It'll be a month Friday. If I'm here till Friday, it'll be 1 month exactly. And of course, that was February, so I don't know why my head is itching. I should just take this off. But then my balding head will glare from the lights. So let's put that back on. Yeah, and it's been a blast. I mean, every day has been awesome. Today there's not really even anything wrong. It's just different. Like the vibe has changed. A lot of people left, and I think that just kind of, I don't know, threw it all into a different. Everybody's shifting gears, getting ready for the next month. It'll probably, if I decide to stay, which I only can if certain things happen, and they're probably not going to fall in line that way. So whatever. Metric is easier to use, yeah. Yeah, the weather here has been great, and a lot of people say that normally it's hotter than this here this time of year, and the flies are really bad, but because it's been so cold at night, there's been like no flies at all. Everybody's like, oh, the flies are so bad in Slab City. I'm like, what flies? I've seen 2 flies here. I think I saw more flies in Quartzsite. There was definitely more flies back in Bakersfield before I came here. Definitely, way more. So, and people talk about the smell. I haven't noticed any smell. A couple times, there's a dairy way off in the distance, and if the wind hits just right, people are following the weather here. Yep, that's exactly what they're doing. We have a lot of people here that came all the way down from Canada. And they come down and spend the whole summer, I mean the whole winter down here in the southern part of the U.S. where it's warmer. Even back home in Lake Isabella, normally they get maybe a light dusting of snow once or twice a winter. And every 4 or 5 years they'll get some real snow. Well, today they got real snow. Yeah. Yep. Snowbirds following the weather just like the birds. Speaking of which, I also kind of want to go stop by the Salton Sea. I'm going to drive by it. You going to jump? You're going to step on my phone and kill my live stream, aren't you? Can I share some crazy Slab City stories? It's been pretty mellow here. One night, one of the first nights I was here, some guy lost his dog and got real drunk and come wandering through talking about he's got a sword and he's going to kill all of us rich RV people and our descendants who stole his dog. Nobody from our group stole his dog. I shouldn't even talk about that. I don't even like talking about other people's shit here, but it was our shit because they came through our camp talking about it. So, but the guy was just drunk. He was cool the next day, and he found his dog, and everything was good. That's one of the great things about that. You do that like in, if I lost my dog, I'd probably go a little crazy too. And you do that in the wrong city, and you go to jail. But you do that in Slab City, as long as you don't actually try to kill anybody, most people are probably going to leave you alone. Well, maybe not. It's at the height of the shenanigans. There was the rave last weekend, and that was freaking crazy. I could only go to the rave one night. It was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And I blew off Friday. I didn't go at all. Saturday I went. I was there all night. I've got a few videos about that. And maybe some more stuff coming soon. And Sunday night, they were blowing up some huge something. It was one of the explosions. It was maybe at least a half mile, maybe 3/4 of a mile, maybe a full mile away. And one of those explosions, I felt it inside my RV, like you could feel it in your chest. And I thought, okay, I got to go check this out. So I walked over there, and that was one of my other recent live stream videos. I sat up on top of the hill and watched the final night for a few minutes of the rave, and just no, it's there's BLM land nearby. This is land that nobody wants. Apparently, it's owned by the teachers union, and even they don't want it. At one time, it was a military base, Camp Dunlap, and when they were done lapping at Camp Dunlap, they were like, we're done with that lappy ass place, and so they abandoned it, and like nobody wanted it. And somehow the teachers union do a drive-in theater. I actually have a projector. The cord I got to hook my projector to my phone, it was no good, but I brought my projector with me over to the RTR, and we had a movie night there, and it was pretty cool. And I thought about doing the same thing here, but I don't have the right cord. I'd have to use somebody else's computer, and I have to set up this 120-inch projector screen. At the RTR, they made a wooden frame for me, and it was easy. I just gave them the screen, they attached it to a frame, and we watched a movie. Here, I have to actually do it. I'm sure people would help me, and it's really not that big a deal. I bought some little rivets, eyelets, little hook and eye eyelets that I could put onto the screen, and then probably hang some hooks off my RV and just hang it like that. But I think I'm going really, really, really soon, so yeah. And if the weather's not exactly right, it's hard to do a movie, if the wind's blowing the screen around or if it's too cold. Yeah, they're kind of bringing them back out here, and now they have inflatable drive-in theaters where they, like you've seen the bouncy houses, but it's not a bouncy house that you bounce in. How long have I been on the road? This particular trip, a couple months, but in general, okay. I started living in trailers and motorhomes and such when I was like 20, my whole life. For a long time, I'd rent somebody's backyard or rent a space in a trailer park, an RV park. But I've always liked having a small place, easy to clean, easy to keep cool, easy to warm. And I don't know. I just don't like having too much room. Does that make any sense? And so I've always done that, but I didn't really start traveling a lot, living on the road in my RVs until around 2008. Ex-girlfriend went crazy. I was renting the big mobile home, almost a mobile home, giant travel trailer, all by myself and living in the park by myself. And I moved in there because of her, and she went to the state mental hospital. I don't want to talk about that, but anyways, I'm like, I don't want to live here. I have a Volkswagen camper van. I don't remember if it was a Westie or a Combi. It was a 72, and it had the top that pops straight up, not the one that goes at an angle. And it had an automatic transmission, which was really rare for its year. And I thought, well, I'm just going to go live in this all summer. And I did, and I lost all this weight, and I was like happy. And so, yeah, so I turned something that was kind of, shitty into something that I love to do. And so by the end of that summer, I'm like, okay, I did the whole minimalism thing. I sold everything, moved into the Volkswagen van, had very little things, and just, had a great time. But by the end of that winter, I'm like, you know what? I need things. I can't fish without my fishing poles. I can't prospect for gold without my prospecting gear. I can't watch TV without a TV. So I got a motorhome, and I started getting things, and then I got another motorhome and more things, and now I'm on this motorhome with pretty much all the things I need. Maybe even a few too many things. Of course, human nature, I'll always want other things, but no, I'm pretty good right now. I am thinking about I don't want to get rid of this motorhome. I love this motorhome, but it's too damn small. So I'm either going to have to get rid of this motorhome or buy a cargo trailer. And I'm seriously thinking about getting a cargo trailer. You can find them for great deals sometimes if you look around. And that's kind of what I'm waiting on right now. Thanks. Yeah, I got this at the, what's the company name? Sababa Hemp Hat. I got it at the Tyson Wells show in Quartzsite, Arizona. The guy had a few of them. The other ones had a wire in the rim, so you could like do things with it. But I just loved this one. As soon as I put it on, I'm like, oh yeah, this is mine. And what the real selling point, he's like, yeah, if you're fishing, you can just dump it in the water and wring it out and put it on your head, and it works like an air conditioner. And I'm like, okay, I'm sold. That's all I needed to hear. So yeah, hold on. New beer, new thought. I screwed up my scooter the other day. I don't know if you guys have seen my scooter. It's in some videos, but yeah, I went to town. I've been riding it back and forth to an island, which is, I think, 4 miles, something like that. And these roads are a little bumpy, and its tires are kind of small, so, but it's been all right. But yesterday, I stripped out the sprocket, so I may even have another correct sprocket and chain. You took a drink of wine as if you were drinking my beer. This is a beer. I haven't had wine in a long time. I went through a phase with wine a few years back, and yeah, normally the sprockets on these GoPed scooters work really well. I had to go with a 5-tooth because I wanted the extra little bit of torque. And everybody told me, don't go with a 5-tooth. They're not good. It puts too much strain on the few sprockets that make contact with the chain. And I thought, oh no, I'm smarter than that. I'll make it work. I'll just keep it. Yeah, anyways, bad idea. So I've got to buy I may have another chain and sprocket in there. They're not very expensive. All the parts I need are like $30 if I don't have some already. And just get them shipped to me. Come here, stop sitting on. Sorry, she's trying to dig underneath the other dog, and then if she does that, the other dog's going to start barking, and they'll wake up the whole camp. So you can just sit over here, okay? Yeah, she's determined to give Kenya a hard time. Kenya's underneath this blanket here, and she wants to dig under there, and I give her her own blanket, but yeah. So yeah, it's a simple fix. It's just going to take me like an hour once I get the parts. If I'm leaving here soon, I don't want to order the parts here, so I'll probably order them at the Gold Camp, especially since. Stop trying to dig a hole in Kenya. You're so rude. Hey, what'd I tell you? Yeah, at the Gold Camp, I'll definitely need my scooter to get around back and forth to the clubhouse and up to wherever we're going to do the digging and back and forth to my campsite. I'm going to get an e-bike. I don't know when, but pretty soon. I found a place that will finance one, so I don't have to pay the whole cost up once. And for like the first time in my life, I have okay credit, so they'll probably finance me. I've been looking at some other companies. I think I'm going to go with the Rad bikes because they offer financing and they have a good reputation. And they have the fat tires, which will help me go off-road different places. Question is, do I want to get the big one? Has a geared motor hub, so it's easier to shift and it's more efficient to pedal assist, and if your battery dies, you can pedal at home and have a full range of gears. But it takes up a lot of room. The next one is a folding one. Yeah. And the folding bike, it also has fat tires, and it's got a great reputation, but it doesn't have the geared hub. It's more of a direct drive. So, I don't know. I got to do some research if I'm going to make a big purchase like that. And part of me, I could sell my scooter for probably over $1,000 right now. I have a lot of brand new spare parts for it, and it's actually kind of a collector's item. The folding one's uncomfortable. Okay, good to know. It's got to be more comfortable than my GoPed. I don't have a seat, and I'm getting old for not having a seat. I do love the GoPed, though. I don't want to sell it, but I could. And part of me is like, just get a motorcycle, Jimmy. Just get a motorcycle. Take it on the freeway, something that can go on and off road. Cost a little more than an e-bike, but maybe not if I find the right deal. That's Sammy. I don't normally do long hair cats, but Sammy's my kitty. Sammy. He's crazy. Yeah, GoPeds. Yep. That's what my scooter is, a GSR 40 TSI, Trevor Simpson Interceptor. Yes, well, everybody's fixed except Polly, the female cat, one of the female cats. When I first got them, I was pet sitting for somebody else, and she had appointments for Anna and Polly to both get fixed. But Polly, is that Polly right there? Yeah, she heard me talking. Hey, Polly. She had a nasal thing going on at the time, and I was worried that if I took her in for the surgery while she was blowing these boogers that she might like die. I lost a cat in a surgery. I'll tell you guys that story in a minute. It's actually kind of interesting. So I didn't take her in because I'll start with a female cat. Yeah, I didn't take her in because I was worried about that, and now I can. I'm kind of waiting for the same people to come. It's a mobile clinic, and they have a good price. But more than anything, I trust them. And here's the story. I'm a stoner. I smoke a lot of weed. Okay, so I don't dream a lot, or I don't remember my dreams. That's a side effect of smoking a lot of weed. Hey, how you doing, Danielle? And so I don't remember my dreams very often. And I've had a few dreams over the years that were prophetic, where I would like dream something and then it would totally happen. And I don't normally smoke on camera, but I just don't care right now. Anybody who's been paying attention this long's got to be cool, right? So you left at a good time. It got so weird here today. I don't want to talk about all of it here, but if you're curious, I'll tell you on Facebook Messenger or something. It got weird here. It's still cool, but it's different. It's real different. Yeah, one of our members had to be asked to leave. Let's just leave it at that. So anyways, I'll Facebook message you what happened after this. But if you remember who was tripping the last few days, they kept tripping and they couldn't trip no more. They had to stop tripping, and they didn't want to stop tripping, so they were asked to leave. I'll message you after this video. I forgot what I was saying now. Oh, okay, so I have these dreams once in a while that like totally come true. And one of them, I had this cat, Dig. If you've seen Artie, my big cat, Artie's name is actually replacement Diggy, because they both look kind of the same, but I just call him RD for short. Well, Dig was, I had a dream that I took him to the vet to get neutered, and he died. And so I never got him neutered. The year I started traveling full time, he was one of the two cats I had at the time. Two cats and my old dog Boo Boo, the one who just passed. And Dig looked a lot like Artie here. Okay, go on, Artie. I can tell you don't want to be on camera. RD stands for replacement Dig. I think he's my other cat, Dig reincarnated. Yes, Dig's the one that died during the neutering surgery. I had a dream that he would die if I got him neutered. And so I didn't get him neutered. And he was like 6 years old when we started traveling. Because he wasn't neutered, stray cats from campgrounds started coming into my motorhome and fighting with him. And the second time it happened, either my cat, or yeah, it was him actually. It might have been the other cat. Anyways, they attacked me on my hand. And just one good cut, but my hand was like, instead of this thick, it was like that thick. When it swelled up, it was just so infected. And I went to the hospital, and they're like, you have to stay here for 48 hours on IV antibiotics or you're going to die. And I was there for maybe 24 hours, but I had weed in the ground and it started snowing and I had to get home and pull my weed out of the ground. And I didn't want to tell them that. So I'm like, oh, I've got to go home and feed my cats. Yeah, from a cat scratch. So I checked myself out after 24 hours of IV antibiotics. Went, saw my regular doctor. She prescribed me a real special antibiotic that they didn't even have in stock in the valley. I had to drive down to Bakersfield like an hour away to get it. And even there, only a couple places had it. But I was better. I got healed. But I thought, okay, you know what? I can't have this unneutered cat with, traveling around with me because he's going to keep bringing in other cats. And I thought, in my dream, when he died getting neutered in the dream, it was a male vet. Well, I now have a female vet. So if I take it to this vet, everything will be okay. Sure enough, it wasn't. I took him in, and just like in the dream, he died during the neutering surgery. And I didn't freak out as bad in real life as I did in the dream, but I still freaked out a little, and I was visited by the police, and all charges were dropped. They just wanted me to calm the fuck down. And, so I don't ignore my dreams anymore. And I'm a little leery about surgeries in general. That's one of the reasons I'm putting off my surgery. Yeah. And so all my animals are fixed except Polly. I didn't want to get her fixed while she was sick. And now she's better, I can get her fixed. But I trust this place that did the other surgeries on Sammy and Anna. So they're going to be back in Lake Isabella around the same time that I plan to be back there for the fishing derby. So I'm hoping I can get an appointment with them and get her in and get her fixed this year. She was just going through one of her things a couple weeks ago, and listening to the howling was making sleeping a little. Yeah. I've been talking for an hour already. I'm going to. Yeah, that's one of the next. And there's another mobile clinic that I might have used that was just here at the slabs, like on the 12th. And I didn't know about them until the 16th. Or I probably would have used them. I might have to stop this soon because I've been sitting like that for so long that my leg fell asleep. And it's hard to sit any other way in here and still keep the phone on me. So I'm a little leery about neutering surgeries now. Especially for a female cat, it's a lot more serious than just, now here's one thing I've learned. Maybe not for female cats, but at least with male cats and I think dogs too. They do the anesthesia two ways: shot and gas. And the gas is like 100 times safer than the shot. I don't know if they can use a gas for the female operation because that's a little more, intensive. But for the males, you can send them in. They'll use a gas. They knock them out long enough to do the surgery, and they're good. My cat that died, he used the shot, which I researched, which was ketamine. And at the time, there was like a bad batch of ketamine going around. Zyklon B. I've heard of that, but I don't know what it is. Yeah, I've gotten better about it. When my old cat, Killer, when my old dog Boo Boo died, I took it surprisingly well. He was 19, at least 18. I think he was 19. He was so old I can't really remember. And he needed a lot of help in the end. And I am sad, don't get me wrong. He was, my dog, my best dog. But, I was kind of relieved when he was gone. He wasn't suffering anymore. It was easier on me. I'm saving a ton of money. He needed a lot of extra things. But he got me started on CBD. After seeing what it did for him, I'm like, I got to try this for myself, and it really is helping. My arms don't go numb nearly as much. I think I am 42. I might be 43. I can't remember. That's another thing I kind of lost count. I was born in 75, so whatever that comes out to. The old dog, he didn't walk for like 6 months. And the vet said, he's old, we can put him down, but he doesn't seem like he's in pain. If you don't mind taking care of him, you don't have to have him put down. And so I didn't. And I just took care of him. I put pee pads under him, put diapers on him, helped him up, did a lot of work, but I helped him out as much as I could. And then I was in a pot store one day, and I saw Pet CBD, $30 a bottle, and I thought, well, hell, I spend that much on his glucosamine. What the hell? I'll try it. So I bought a bottle, and I took it home, and within a week he was walking again. It just blew my mind. So I believe in CBD big time now, and now I'm using. There's some companies that make fake CBD. They just throw any old oil in a jar, and they're like, "Oh, here's CBD, $60 a bottle." Well, at Tyson Wells in Quartzsite near the big RV tent show, there were 4 or 5 people selling CBD, and I found this company, AO CBD. They use isolate, and they let's take a dose right now. I usually do one at night anyway, just one syringe at night. They were giving samples, and so I said, okay, sure, let me have a sample. And 2 syringefuls was the sample, and I took off and went to town on my scooter, and it was weird. I was like on top of the bridge, going over the bridge, and suddenly I could feel my nervous system from my head all the way down both arms and both legs kind of like tingle. It was really weird. I only got that the first time I took a good dose of CBD, and I was like, wow, this is doing something. So I went right back and I bought a bottle. It's normally $60 a bottle. It ain't cheap. But the guy said, since you bought a bottle, we have a special deal. If you buy 5 bottles, you get them for, I think it was 35 or 40 bucks a piece. So I ended up buying 5 bottles. And I used to wake up I've got this impinged nerve in my neck. That's what I'm supposed to have my surgery for eventually. And I used to wake up every morning with my arms hurting and numb. And since I've been taking the CBD, that's out of like almost a month and a half now, about 40 days, I've woke up maybe 3 of them with my arm like really numb or in pain. And it used to be every single day. So it's doing something. I'm even though it's working for me and I see it working, somehow I'm still a little skeptical, but I don't know why, because it's amazing shit. I wish it was a little cheaper, but okay. I'm getting up to the 1 hour mark. I think I'm going to end this. I have always slept weird my whole life. I have what they call delayed sleep phase disorder. DSPD. Yeah. Or some people call it delayed sleep phase syndrome. And what it is, for years I didn't know what this was. I knew I had some sort of medical condition because I slept different. And one day I'm watching TV and I see a commercial for something called Non-24. And it's about circadian rhythms and how you don't sleep on a regular schedule. No, they did an MRI. I have a bone spur in my neck, and it's pushing, my nerve canal is halfway closed because that bone spur is pushing into the nerve canal, and that's what it is. This finger, it's actually not doing it right now. Maybe the CBD's helping. Normally, this finger just moves on its own. It's doing it a little bit, but normally that finger's like this, just on its own from the impinged nerve pulling on it. I forgot what I was saying. Something. Pinched nerve. No, it was before that. That's what threw me off. Let me have a drink of my memory refreshing juice. Oh, yeah. I have had that happen before, though. I know what you're saying. If you sleep wrong, it'll make your arm go to sleep. But it wasn't that. It was. I'm sure the sleeping did have something to do with it, because it would hurt more when I was asleep than when I was awake. And so I've tried. I got a new mattress now. I've only had the mattress a week, so that's not the whole reason. I know it's the CBD. But the new mattress, I think, is helping, too. It actually made it worse at first. For a couple days. Like I said, I've had about 4 days when I felt it, and the first couple days with this new mattress were 2 of them. That's one of the things I need to do when I go back. They told me about the surgery, and they told me to look up this video on YouTube which showed me the surgery they want to do. But then I called back to ask the lady, what's the exact name of this surgery? And she goes, well, I don't know your case. And I said, well, what's the most common thing you do there? And that's where I messed up. She said, oh, well, we do ACDF or something like that. And I looked that up, and that's complete disc replacement. But I don't think they're doing disc replacement for me. I think they're just going to cut the bone spurs out. So, I'm over the hour mark now. And totally forgot what I was talking about. I have better pipes. I just left them at home. Bob Wells had me paranoid. He's talking about they're going to be looking for you if you're smoking weed at the RTR. And so I left all my good pipes at home. So I picked up this little cheap pipe, but it's working. Something about the CBD. What was I saying about the CBD? I don't know. It was so cold out last night. I stayed up till about 3 a.m. and we had people in camp playing live music, probably till sunrise. One of our members left just because of that, and we all like noise, but apparently he had reached his noise quota. I don't know, I think I'm going to end this video. I forgot what I'm talking about. I've lost a few viewers. I've been going for an hour. I'm going to try to do more live videos. Next time I will try to have like a list of topics to talk about or something. I don't know. I really like doing these live videos. It's new for me. Yeah, that's who. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it just finally got to be too much, and Joe told him, you got to go, and he didn't want to go, and he went. So everybody's been kind of like just, I don't know, it just kind of ruined the whole, and then Bart left too. Here I am, I'm not going to say names, and now I'm saying names. I shouldn't do that. But yeah, Chris and Bart are gone. And a bunch of other people left too. Paul and Reagan left, and somebody else down at the other end of camp. Like, a lot of people left today. Not all because of a problem. Most people just left. Well, only one was a drama thing. Everything else was just people ready to move on. Even me, I'm almost there myself. I don't know. I still don't know when I'm leaving, but I'm probably going to pull out Monday or Tuesday. That's my plan right now. I could leave tomorrow, but I'm kind of waiting on a few other things, and yeah, the weather, and we just had a full moon too, so I'm sure that didn't help things. What is tonight? Tonight is 24th. We're about 5 days out from the actual full moon, but yeah, it's been great. I've had I'd heard all these things about Slab City, and when the time comes, it comes. That's for sure. I had heard all these things about Slab City, and maybe it's just been a good year, but I've had a really good time, and that's the thing. There's like nothing wrong tonight. Everything's cool. It's so weird after partying every single night that like tonight it's just quiet. Everybody's in their house. It's not raining. You know, if it was raining, yeah, this is my first time coming to Slab City. I've always wanted to come down here. It's not Slab City that bothered me. It's just the Border Patrol messing with, even if I don't have any weed on me, I can, not carry weed. That's not a big deal. You can get more weed anyway. I just don't want them coming in my thing with their dogs, and I got my dogs in here, and it's just, and I've had two of my friends have been pulled over by them already, so yeah, it is. It's almost over. A lot of people left today, and a lot of people were already planning to leave, and you left, and a lot more people are planning to leave real soon. There are a few people who say they're going to hang out the rest of the month, but I'd say 3/4 of us will be gone by the end of the week. which is kind of sad, but I mean, I had a great time. Anytime this many people can get together for this long and have this much fun with this few problems, that's like a pretty good thing. There's not too many groups that can hang out with this much alcohol every day and have this good of a time. And even our problems have barely been problems. No, no, no. But you never know. The road's a weird place. Things happen. Um, the hot springs are next, but that's a lot of old people from what I hear. It'll still be fun. I still look forward to the hot springs. I love going to hot springs anyway. And after being here for a while, they have a car wash there, a motorhome car wash, so I'm going to wash the RV. They have a dog wash, and both my dogs are way overdue. And like I said earlier, I'm ready for laundry. Did I wake you up again? I'm so mean. Yeah, she's ready for a bath, though. I think she'll like it. I am overdue for a wash, that's for sure. Me, the RV, my clothes, my dogs, everything. And a good soak. There's something about mineral water, just soaking in that hot mineral water. There's a hot spring here at the slabs, but I'd have to be really desperate to use it. There's also a place here, $20 a month, you get 3 hot showers a week. It's a pretty good deal. So I paid for that as soon as I got here, so I don't have to use my solar shower. Where are you going? Insane to use it? You know, that's what other people have said, but I think what's crazy is I've seen people on some videos getting in the Salton Sea. That sounds crazy to me. I haven't actually checked out the Salton Sea, though. I should do that on my way back. There's a state park. I don't know if I'll stay the night. I might just go in and just like day use to check it out. But yeah. But I got to see it. I got to stop and at least check it out. And if it doesn't smell real bad, I might stay the night there. I'm actually kind of excited to get back into a city for a little while. I've been buying groceries here in Nyland, and everything is so expensive. You leave her alone. She keeps trying to mess with the other dog. Is Kenya even under there? Yeah. I'm surprised she's not barking yet. Normally when this one does that, it pisses the other one off, but I guess even the dogs are like partied out. Yeah, it's really weird, but there's also kind of an odd, I don't want to use the word beauty because it's so out of place, but there's an odd appeal or an artistic quality to that rundown, you know what I mean? Those buildings, you've seen some of the videos. It's like not like another ghost town. It's like you could tell that it's like a recent ghost town. Most ghost towns are from like the mining days, but these little cities along the Salton Sea, they're just like, you can really tell somebody was there just not that long ago, like really enjoying it. Yeah, mystique. That's the word. Yeah. And I like doing photography, so what I'd really like to do is, while there's still a full moon out, I'd have to do it like tomorrow night, is go find some place where I could park down there by one of these old motels or something and do some night photography down there. But with my luck, they'd come and run me out. Border Patrol. What are you doing here? I don't know if they could run me out. It's an abandoned town. Who's going to run me out? I don't know. The range is over, and it's so quiet outside, so I guess nothing's going to happen tonight, but I shouldn't be too surprised. There was, the last 2 nights in a row, there was live music here in, Border Patrol's everywhere down here. They've pulled over Curious Carly, Seth, a few other people from around here. They're just like checking everybody out hardcore. They have, even though yeah, it's fairly close to Arizona and Mexico. They have inland border patrol checkpoints. There's one just right up the road, and basically for 200 miles from the border in any direction, border patrol can be around checking shit out. And they just want to check everybody out. I guess they used to give tickets for weed. I don't think they actually do that anymore, but they did take one of my friend's weed. And the other girl, she doesn't even smoke weed, doesn't have any weed in there. And they pulled her over and like, oh yeah, our dog says you have weed. The dog don't say that. Those dogs aren't trained to smell for weed. Those dogs are trained to signal when the trainer tells them to signal. If they want to check you out, it's basically just an excuse to bypass the Fourth Amendment and search warrants. They just train the dogs to signal, and the courts say if the dog signals, they can tear your shit apart. There's nothing you can do about it, which I wouldn't even care about that. But I don't want to have to worry about my animals, and so I just normally, that's why I haven't come down to Slab City before. That's why this is my first trip. And since I'm going to the hot springs, that allows me to go past the checkpoint. But you still got to always worry that they're going to... Somebody got pulled over by sheriffs here in the Slabs, another member of our group. They were just sitting in their... I don't even think they were driving. I think they were just sitting in their car, but because they were sitting in their car, the sheriffs... No, maybe they were driving. I don't know. Either way, they didn't give them a ticket or nothing, but... Cats just love to walk over the phone when it's being used. Yeah. But all in all, it's been a great trip. I've had an amazing time the last couple months. Between the party and then working at Tyson Wells, that was its own kind of unique little experience. And then a month here at the Slabs. But I am looking forward to getting to a city, getting into where I can buy supplies cheap, and some fast food, and yeah, I'm actually looking forward to staying a night at a truck stop. As weird as that is, truck stops. I like sleeping when the trucks have their engines running. It's like a white noise when I hear that. Even in here, I have this fan. It's a what the hell is it called? A tornado fan, and it's like super, super powerful. It's probably the strongest. Just choked myself out. And so a lot of times, even if it's not hot, I'll turn that on, and I won't have it facing me. I'll just have it facing out into the room, just so that the noise from it will drown everything else out and help me sleep good. Yeah, a stream, even a freeway. I used to live next to a freeway. Airport is a little trickier because that's not as steady. But even an airport you can get used to. But but a freeway works. Or pumps. We used to live near these pumps. I think they were like agricultural pumps. They would pump water for the fields, and they would just all day long you'd hear them like running a compressor or something. I don't really know what it was, but it was kind of cool. It was a nice little train tracks. There's a lot of trains here at the Slabs. I've lived near some places with trains, but here you can almost count on it. You're going to hear a train horn like almost every half hour. Apparently all the stuff going back and forth from Mexico to here, I don't know why, but there's a lot of train traffic here. I should go do something tomorrow, something different. Oh yeah, they have a train hopper get-together every year here on New Year's, or they used to, I don't know, things change, but I've read about it. There used to be a New Year's get-together here, and train hoppers would show up. Yeah. I've always wanted to train hop. Obviously, I can't with my pets, but I've thought about doing it even just for like a short trip, like have somebody take me from Bakersfield up to Tehachapi, where there's the world famous loop, and hop on a train there at the loop, or Yeah, it probably slows down enough to hop on at the loop and then just ride the loop down into town and hop off in town. When I'm getting older, that kind of stuff. I mean, I might, but what I'd like to do is take a long rafting or kayaking trip. I'd like to do like a week-long trip on a raft. I don't know what river, somewhere, just Colorado maybe. I don't know, one of these big rivers. I think that would be cool. There is a lake, if I wasn't in a hurry, somewhere down here, between here and San Diego, that has a carp problem. And they will let anybody who will fish for carp stay there free, as long as you help them get rid of the carp. They're even allowing bow hunting, bow fishing and stuff. And that was one of the things I thought about doing on my way back. But now I've just got to get back. My brakes are working for now, but I've got to go home and I've got to get them fixed. Got to go see my doctor. Got to go help my mom with some stuff. Got to go get to this gold camp before the outing starts. I do have like 3 weeks, so find out and tell you. What happened earlier? Oh, I know. I'll tell you when I get off here. I'll Facebook message you. Yeah. Oh, the cart place. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have a window saved with the name of it. I want to say it's back home. There's a lake called Kachuma, but it's not Kachuma, but it sounds similar. Strobe the Hobo Dude. Is that a YouTube channel? I am excited to go to the Overland Expo, though. I've been learning more and more about it. It's a little bit out of my way for the areas I normally travel, but that's half the fun of it, seeing something new. Some train hopper guy. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully tomorrow night we'll do something. I'll try to remember that name and subscribe. Hopefully tomorrow night we'll do something with everybody taking a night off tonight. I have a feeling, if everything's still cool tomorrow, I have a feeling we'll do something tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday Fun Day too, so if nothing else, I can always go over to the Wayside and just hang out there for Sunday Fun Day. But I don't know. I've had enough fun day. No, it might be good to have one more fun day before I leave. Yep. Yeah, it's so weird though. So many people left. It's almost like deserted. There's still, I'd say about half of everybody's gone right now. Half of everybody that was here before. And there are other people who might be coming in too. It is still the season, the time of year. The Slab City prom thing, that's not until like the end of this month, and usually that's like what they kind of consider the season ender for the slabs. That's like most people leave shortly after that. Stumbled onto this live stream. Cool. I don't normally do live streams, but I've been doing them a little bit more lately, and tonight it was so quiet. I'm so used to talking to people outside by the fire, and there was nobody out there, so I'm like, well, I'll just do a live stream. Sorry if it's a little boring. I don't really have any topic. I'm just kind of just talking. Stinkin' Drinkin' live stream. No, I am very excited, though, to go over there and the OC. That's not too far. Nice. I am excited to get over there and, of Cali, OC, yeah. That's not far from, I grew up in Bakersfield, so just over the hill. And then I consider Lake Isabella home, I guess, if nomads have a home. That's where I consider home. If I ever have to, get old and like stop traveling, that's probably where I'll do it. I don't know. I've seen some other neat places too. A lot of these old people spend the whole winter over here at the Fountain of Youth. I don't know if I could do that yet. Maybe when I get that old, but I think I can do a week there. I think I can really enjoy a week over there. Yeah. And it's going to be interesting back home, Lake Isabella. It's been so low for so long because they've been rebuilding the dam. They have a limit on how full they can let the lake get. But this year, we've got like a huge snowpack, and they just lifted restrictions on the lake level. So I think they're going to fill that lake all the way up, and I'm kind of excited for it. I'll be. I moved up to Lake Isabella the first time in 2000, but then I went back to Bakersfield. Then I moved back to Lake Isabella in like 2006-ish, maybe 2007, something like that. And I've never seen the lake get all the way full. I've seen it get pretty close, but I haven't seen it go over the spillway. So hopefully this year will be the year. We'll see. They've lifted the restrictions, so if it gets really, really, winter has been gnarly. It's been a weird winter everywhere. It really has. And here's the really weird thing. Last weekend at this time, there was a rave going on, and tonight is so quiet. It's like the exact opposite of last weekend. I don't know. It's just weird. Clamming or crabbing along the Pacific. I would like to do some crabbing. I think that would be hella cool. Hella. I'd like to do some crabbing, but clamming, I used to go to Pismo Beach a lot, and I want to go back there again someday. And it's hard to find a clam that's the right size where you can actually keep it at Pismo Beach, but we have a few over the years. When I was a kid, my whole family would go and we'd camp right on the beach, and my grandma would always make a huge pot of clam chowder. And if the kids found any clams big enough to keep, we didn't even have the clamming forks. We would just go out there and just kind of wiggle our feet into the sand until you find them. And you pull them up, and then you check the size with a measuring tape. And we got a few fresh Pismo clams that we added to our clam chowder. But usually they had to buy some canned clams too. But yeah, it's been over harvested. But there are a lot of Pismo clams. They could make a comeback. I don't know why they don't get as big as they used to back in the day, because they're not being harvested quite like they were. I don't know. I also want to go diving for abalone. I think that would be a fun thing to do. Yeah. Yeah. Good night. Yeah. I need to spend more time at the ocean. The ocean is an expensive place to camp, and if I didn't have barking dogs and a motorhome that's very noticeable, if I had some sort of stealth rig, I could see myself camping at the coast for the summer. But in order to do it in this, I'm either going to have to pay more than I really want to, or get like a campground host job over at the coast somewhere. Although, okay, sorry. I just read in the news that San Diego just lifted its law against sleeping in your vehicle on the streets. Do they have... The Pacific Northwest is hard. Maybe a little easier in Washington and Oregon, but Northern California, there are very few places to stay, and they don't let you stay long. Which sucks, because it's an awesome area, especially in the summer. But that's the problem. Too many people realize that, and so it got overran. I saw something about your grandparents' motorhome. Oh, like camping and clamming, yeah. When I was a kid, I think that's where I got the itch to travel in a motorhome. When I was a kid, my grandparents had a motorhome. They were retired. They, my phone says it's going to die soon. Um, Plug in the cord. Uh, they would sell things on different corners, or they'd rent from a liquor store, rent part of their lot. I'd love to go to San Diego, but I got to go home and fix my brakes. Otherwise, I would be going to San Diego. I have friends that are going there. Uh, I know some people who are already there if they're still here, but if they're still here, they're there. They're here, something. But no, not right now. I got to go home and fix my brakes, see my doctor, help my mom, do this gold prospecting thing. After that, maybe I might head, but I don't know. I think I'm going to stick around for the fishing derby. I do that almost every year. I can't, my cord is so short, I have to have my phone at a weird angle to plug it in. So I'm just going to unplug it. I got 15% left. When it gets real low, I'll just end the video. I was born in San Diego, but we moved out of there before I remember any of it. Yeah, I hear it's not the most dog-friendly place either, but I guess there are some like dog-friendly beaches down there or something. I really want to go back to Pismo soon. I might take a summer camp hosting job somewhere along the coast. I had one last year, but when I told them that I had an old dog who barked every night for 4 or 5 hours a night, they stopped replying to my messages. So, but he's gone now. He's passed on. So this may be the year for me to do the camp hosting gig on the coast or something else. House sitting, or maybe even just bite the bullet and pay to stay at the coast and just live on bologna sandwiches that month or something. I don't know. You can't even eat bologna cheap anymore. Everything is expensive now, it seems like. Now, I do have another plan. I can get a pass that will give me free day use at the coast. And since I have the delayed sleep phase disorder, I was talking about that earlier and I got sidetracked. It means that my sleep phases are delayed. Most people, your melatonin starts to release and different things in your metabolism that make you, I just bought a new barbecue. That's one of the reasons I want to get to a big town, so I can go get good prices on some stuff to barbecue. Steaks and chicken breasts mostly. The delayed sleep phase disorder, most people, as soon as it gets dark, your body starts letting off things like melatonin that help you sleep. But for people with delayed sleep phase, that doesn't start happening until after midnight. So we don't start getting tired until around 2 or 3 in the morning most nights. And I lived my whole life not knowing what it was, just knowing that I was a night person. Even if I had to get up, I had jobs where I had to be at work at 6 a.m. And still, I wouldn't go to bed until 3 a.m. every frickin' night. No matter how long I did it for, I never got used to it. I would eventually crash and sleep for a whole day on my day off and then do the whole thing over again. And then later, just a couple years ago, I learned that it's a real thing, delayed sleep phase disorder. Oh, okay, so working with my delayed sleep phase disorder, if I get this pass that gives me free day use at the state parks, I can go sleep at the state parks during the day with no hassles. Then at night, I just have to find a place where I can fish. As long as I have my fishing license, and I love to fish anyway, I can park where I can keep an eye on the RV. Actually, now that I have my Ring security cameras, I don't even have to be able to see the RV. If the cops come up to knock on it and see if I'm sleeping in there, I can just get on the Ring and say, oh no, I'm not sleeping in there, I'm over here fishing. You want to talk to me? I'll come meet you right now, So maybe I'll do that this summer. Maybe. That is a lot of fishing all night, every night. But actually, that's not... In Morro Bay, you can stay in the park until 2 a.m. The park right there by the giant rock in Morro Bay. 2 a.m. So all I got to do is leave until 6. So I just hang out there, watch TV, do whatever I'm going to do, maybe even take a little nap. And then leave before 2 a.m., and go over to some place where I can fish, and fish from like 2 until 6. And yeah, maybe I'll do that. That was so wobbly. And like, look at that. That's making me sick. I'm sorry. I'll stop that. I think I'm going to end this video. My phone's dying, and I got to put it on the charger. And yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll try to do some more live videos soon. These are fun. They're easy too. I don't have to edit. I don't have to go back and worry about it. I just make the video. All right. Do whatever you want. Don't let anybody tell you.